What's going on, people? How are we? I hope we're all great, and as per usual, reliving the dream. This actually wasn't the video I planned to make next. As most people will know, I've already had my exhaust done, and I actually put a poll up on what options I should do next for my custom exhaust. So I was either going to do a twin exit or a single exit, and obviously you'll see the results of the poll right here on the screen. Yeah, now the exhaust is amazing. It's great. Like, it's the quality of it is ridiculous. I'm not going to put all the cinematics out. I'll probably just put a clip of what you can see. But I have a small problem with the hangers essentially being too loose. So I need to get those changed before I do that video, and I want to bring you it at its best state. Best foot forward, best first impressions. So once that's done, which should be in the next coming week or so, I don't know when I'll actually put this video out, but yeah, the next time you see it, it will be fixed by then. Anyway, getting on to the main reason for this video. As the title says, I have picked my power route. I actually picked it a while ago. It's not a decision I made lightly. I spoke to a lot of people, both people I know and people I don't know, YouTubers, people that aren't on YouTube but have gone down various power routes, and I have come to the conclusion that I will be, well, not the conclusion, I've already selected it and bought like 80% or 90% of the parts. I will be K24 Franking my car. Now, what is a K24 Frank? Essentially, it is the bottom end of a K24 A3 Honda Accord Type S engine, which is a 2.4 litre, so similar to the K20, but it's a bigger block, essentially. Correct me if I'm wrong. And then you take the head of the K20, which is currently the engine in my car, and putting that on top because the head is free flowing. And that is the best way to make the most torque and power from a naturally aspirated point of view. Why did I pick this route? For multiple reasons. There's loads of things that go into it. And by the way, I've got my phone with me again because I made notes on why I'm doing this, and I don't want to make this video and not capture that, right? But it was originally the first power plan that I wanted to do. I wanted to, at first I thought, okay, bolt-ons and, you know, rev it, real high revving, all of this stuff, 250 horsepower, great. But then I thought to myself, considering the money that people, and I spoke to a whole load of people that had gone down this route and then gone into other routes because of it, and all of them, aside from the ones that were actually content with the power, which was very few, had basically said it's not worth the money. If you're going to be going down the naturally aspirated route, go the Frank route. So okay, cool, great. And yeah, it's going to be my daily car. It's still going to be my daily car. Yes, it will be more of a show pony, especially in the summer once the cosmetic side of things are done now, which is something I'm making videos long after the power stage is done. Yeah, I wanted it to be a jack of all trades, but I also really wanted the reliability. So it comes from three different perspectives. And essentially, it's like I wanted more torque. I also wanted to keep the reliability of it being a naturally aspirated engine. And I wanted more power. But I also didn't want to blow a crazy budget, which is very, very key. Now, listen to me. I had quotes for supercharging, turbocharging, bolt-ons. Right, the bolt-ons in all honesty could have been done in stages and everything like that. I understand that, I get that, but turbocharging and supercharging, that's not something you just do in bits and bobs. You could do certain things before then, like for example the exhaust if you wanted to, and an induction kit, but the car needs to go in and get built by someone unless you know how to do it yourself and then take it for mapping. And those were, to do it properly, for example, supercharging was about, I don't know, I don't want to talk money in this video. I just want to tell you my plans and why I'm doing this for now. I'll do a deeper delve into that later. But yes, I am doing a Frank build for more torque, more power, still keep a reliability, and also not to blow my whole budget, right? Cool. And the last thing I actually wanted to say is I wanted to keep the nature of the Civic as well, as much as possible, which is one of the things that kind of put me off turbocharging it. Not necessarily supercharging it, because that's still revving, but turbo, the power delivery is very different, and ultimately that's not what I was trying to shoot for. Yes, more power is great, It's very good. I've ridden in them. I've ridden in a turbocharged Civic before, running nearly 400 horsepower, and it's very impressive. But it does change the way the car drives. It's not the FN2 you're used to. So yeah, I just wanted to keep that nature, just more of it. The car's all booked in. It's go time. Like it's all done. Yes, as many of you may have already guessed, it is Honda HQ that'll be building my car. I'm very excited. The engine's already there, which I've purchased, so they're actually health checking it as we speak. I'll be putting up pictures of parts, or maybe some of the parts that I've got so far. I won't reveal everything yet in regards to parts. Actually, no, I can tell you what I've got so far. The spec of my build is going to be, I've already got the FD2 balance shaft delete. FD2 oil pump, which aka the balance shaft delete. So I bought those parts late last year, and that was regardless of what, at that point I thought I was supercharging the car. There's no other way of putting it. I actually thought I was supercharging the car. I'll buy parts before then to make it cheaper at the final purchasing, right? But then the more I did more research, the more I did more digging into it, and I hadn't gone out in a supercharged car. I hadn't even gone out in a Frank car before, but from what I was speaking to, from what I found out and from the people I spoke to, it just seemed like the Frank route was the way to go, especially when I was talking about money. So yeah, I've got the balance shaft delete. I've got an induction kit. I've actually gone with the CPL big bore kit. Why did I do this? Because it comes with a battery relocation kit as standard, probably others that do as well, but yeah. And also it was the most decent one for power, again based on research and people that I'd spoken to for what I was shooting for. Okay, I'm keeping the standard throttle body, but I've got an RRC inlet manifold. I've already got that. I've also got, now this is one that I didn't think I was going to do, and I didn't plan on doing it, but considering the financial decisions I had made, it allowed for more money in my budget, and these came up cheaper than I expected. So I actually bought Skunk 2 drop-in cams. So that's gonna make it more spicy. Yeah, and well, I've also got a CPL 421 exhaust manifold, which you can't get these days and are quite rare and supposedly very good for power. So yeah. And I've already done the catback, which I did before the power plants because of this, essentially. Fun times. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be great. I still need to get servicing parts. I will be changing the radiator whilst I'm there, and there's a whole host of other parts. Now, one thing I want from everyone watching this video, or all the people that subscribe to this channel, or just even if you're not subscribed but you watch my videos, cool. Let me know what you'd like to see. Now, I've already agreed to film the build as it's happening with Honda HQ, so they've graciously allowed me to film a lot of the parts, but not everything, because obviously, you know, I don't want to get in the way of them doing their work, and I don't want me trying to film it for all of you and document it to affect the build quality, and especially the time that's going to take to get this built, because they're not doing it for free. So I don't want it to elongate my bill, but I will film as much as I possibly can, and I will try as much as I possibly can for it to not just be in this retrospective format that I have with a lot of my videos. It would be good to just have it in real time, like cinematics of the parts, time lapses, everything like that. And also with that, I would like for you to tell me what else you would like to know about this build, because I imagine there's quite a few people that may have heard about it and don't really know what it is. I'm still very much learning about it. I'm still very much, I know this is the route I want to go to, and I know I'll be satisfied with it, because whilst it's very easy to want more power, I know realistically what this car's purpose is, and I don't want that to change. I don't want that to deviate in my mind. But I also know that there is a lot to discover, and I know that there is a lot for other people to discover too. So yeah, with all of that being said, let me know what you would like to see, what you'd like me to ask, what you'd like me to find out, or what answers you're looking for. And yeah, whilst I've whilst I've got a fair few bolt-ons to go with this, and it's not going to be just a K24 swap with an induction kit, it will be, I do have a figure in my mind, I'm not going to say it so I don't jinx it, but at the same time, it's reliability first. That's what I'm trying to shoot for, just to make the FN2 more than what it is right now. I think that's it. It's not really a long video, it's just really to state the fact that I'm doing this. When am I doing this? Oh, that's a good point. I haven't mentioned when am I doing it. So the car is booked in for early April. I've booked in both the build and the mapping, and I've already got the mapping sourced. So there's your clue with what software I'm going for, right? And yes, that's the dongle. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to say. Oh, I never plug my socials in these videos, and that it's not on purpose, it's just because I forget. But I am very active on Instagram. Well, I say very. Actually, let me rewind that back. Let's try that again. I'm quite active on Instagram with parts that I get, or with certain things I'm doing on the car that I don't necessarily document because it's not worth a video. Not everything is worth a video. Follow me on there. Also, another thing I don't really say frequently enough is, thank you for everyone watching and everyone that's subscribed. It's a big deal. It was only the other day I was saying thanks for 100 subs, and I'm actually closer to 200 than I am to 100 now, which is crazy. So if you keep following me, keep rocking with me, let me know what you like to see, let me know things I could do better. And if you want to contact me, I've got my email address below, Instagram like I said. I do have a Facebook page, but that's mainly just whatever I do on Instagram links to that, because you know, but you can both link them together, which saves me a huge deal, because as much as I am using social media now, not his biggest fan. Just be real. Yeah, thanks, and subscribe, like the video, share it with people. Anyone that's thinking about doing this, even if I don't care if they're subs or not or anything like that, just get at me. I'm willing to answer questions as much as other people have helped me. I'll help others too. So yeah, peace.